There's GabeBabeTv coming at ya. What up, peeps? Join us. Love, life, and laughter. The point of it all. Cause if we don't got love, then nothing else really matters. Love GabeBabeTv. Love Gabe and Babe. They inspire me because they are an interracial couple. I have dated men of other cultures and races before, and I've had those same struggles. I remember their video a long time ago about how they met and how they ended up getting together and engaged, and how Babe ended up proposing. And I remember seeing the transparency in Gabe's face, because it's a real struggle knowing that you're attracted to someone of another race. And as ridiculous as it sounds, there's a real struggle because of the culture you grew up with, and because of the beliefs that you are either taught, or the things that you hear growing up from others, your peers, your classmates, your teachers, just things that you hear, along with things that are portrayed, and not social media back then, because there was no social media back then, but there was television and there were movies, and there were unfortunate real life occurrences that I personally had with people who were of another race, and they tried to mistreat me and degrade me and devalue me. And so knowing that my parents didn't raise me to be racist, it was it felt funny. It was like it wasn't settled within me, like, okay, I'm attracted to this person because he's a person. When I went to Navy boot camp, I was attracted to this Irish guy. His name was Kevin. But he was very honest with me, about his parents, and how his parents probably wouldn't like, a black girl, coming to their home, and the idea of their, Irish son, being with the black girl. And that was fine. My attraction to others, to other guys, regardless of their culture and their race, doesn't take anything away, but to have Gabe and Babe portray their pure love and commitment to each other and their children, and their struggles to have their beautiful daughter Reagan now, just really speaks to me. And I just thank you guys so much for GabeBabeTv. I just go on and on, so I won't. The next is Chrissie. Now, it's funny that I went from GabeBabeTv, an interracial couple, to Chrissie, who's always promoting strong black women, and how after black men have done so many years and do so often in society, choose women of other races as if to totally discount and or discard black women. Chrissie is a supporter that black women should date whom they want to date, and not settle. So now, whether it's a black man, whether it's anyone else, I just really love how connected Chrissie is to herself, how connected to her beliefs she is, how strong of a belief system that she has, and how unapologetic she is. I don't see her as abrasive. I don't see Chrissie as injurious. And there are others, they're male YouTubers. I guess they're Hotep. They're called Hoteps, maybe. I guess the guys that believe in we're the original man, and I have my own beliefs based on how creation was, and how geographically the first man was created. I know and believe that the first man was black, but I also know that a soul does not have a race or color. So if I'm attracted to someone, and this is with Chrissie in mind. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm going to have to charge my battery, or I'm going to lose my video. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm going to lose my video if I don't get a plug here. Excuse me. Let's get some power. So we were talking about Chrissie and how Chrissie really inspires me. I know I got a little long-winded, so I apologize for doing that. It certainly wasn't my objective. At any rate, I again was just trying to, just thank Chrissie for being who she is, and she really inspires me. So Chrissie's the next one. So after Chrissie, then there's UnwineWTashaK from South Florida, from Florida, and now residing in Georgia with her husband and their beautiful daughter. Tasha K. Wow, what can I say about UnwineWTashaK? Tasha, I love Tasha's voice. First of all, her voice. Her voice reminds me of MC Lyte. Now, I have an odd voice for a woman. It's funny. Growing up, my voice was like raspy, and I was flat-chested and didn't have a curve in sight until until puberty hit. So after that, then the curves came out of nowhere. But there's one other person who's a public figure, a very widely known worldwide public figure who I love, and they have a UnwineWTashaK, and she has something in common, and that's Joyce Meyer, the Christian, the minister, I guess you can call a televangelist also, Joyce Meyer. Now, if anybody knows who Joyce Meyer is, she has an odd voice for a woman, very raspy, and she would preach for years and years about how, and this is not a consistent message, but from time to time she would slip it in there about how uncomfortable with her voice she was, and how it was so difficult for her to accept her calling, partially because she did not, it was difficult for her to accept her voice, and like, why would God want to use me, and I sound so weird, and blah, 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 blah. But with Tasha K, she and just like Joyce had to do so in order to push forward in ministry, Tasha K embraced her voice. Like, I'm loud, I'm country, this is just me, I'm who I am, whatever. And she's frank, she's transparent, and she just motivates me, because again, I struggle with those same not insecurities, but it took me a while to accept myself for exactly who I am, and I did so, don't get me wrong, way before I started YouTubing, of course. But again, these are some of the reasons why she speaks to me, and I just die laughing after watching her videos, and how her videos often keep me company when I'm doing stuff. So shout out to UnwineWTashaK. The next is a YouTuber and a content creator who is a buddy of hers, Lovelyti. Likewise, Lovelyti, she's, I really look up to her because she has really stepped out, doing the parties that she does, and she invites her YouTube watchers to come, and her tea sippers, and how she stepped out and taken her channel, parlay that into a tea line, and even the accessories to her tea line. I really admire that. Lovelyti, from what I understand, she had been married before, going through divorce. I've done that as well. I've been married, that is, and going through divorce. I don't have any living children. She has children, but she did not let those things stop her. She pressed forward, and she's very transparent as well. Anybody who's open and transparent, I love, because that's a person who's totally solid with who they are. They're not moved by the opinions, the likes or dislikes of others. And again, those same character traits are what's necessary to step out into what you want to do as a career, no matter what it is. You have to be willing to accept the no's, the trolls, especially if you're a YouTuber and things like that. And so, those are some of the reasons why I love Tasha K as well. Now, the next person, the next YouTuber or content creator I want to shout out to is Soncerae. Oh, crazy girl. I think she's from Baltimore. she's moved to LA. She's moved all over the place. I can certainly relate to that, moving all over the place, Soncerae, because I've done that too. You know, trying to find another place to, find my footing, trying to find a new place. But for me, God would not let me move away from my hometown. I had to come back. I have a spiritual call here. I have a spiritual assignment here. And I have things that I have to do in God here. So, going through hardships, going through transitions, even going through relationships that were detrimental to my well-being, I stayed. And Soncerae has done the same. I can relate to her because she went through it, she survived. She's stumbling through recovery like we all have to do, because pain hurts and you're not okay while you're healing. But Soncerae, she's really it's funny, she's okay through the healing process. Like some people, they can't speak or talk about things until they're totally over it, they're totally healed. But she's talking about it as she's going through, and I really love her ability to do that. Now, I think she says she's a Buddhist, a practicing Buddhist. She used to be a Christian, and she's left organized religion for her individual beliefs in another religion, and that's between her and Jesus. That's between her and God. I just admire her for those character traits, and for me, they've been very helpful. So again, thank you, Soncerae, for being who you are and for how you are. The next YouTuber and content creators are Kevonstage and MrsKevonstage. Kev and Liz are hilarious. Kev from the Playmaker, from his days with his brothers and relatives and friends during the Playmakers time, to him being a comedian, a stand-up, a traveling comedian, and a YouTube content creator now, and a writer. Man, listen, your comedy skits, and especially the comedy skits you did with Scandal, man, listen. The episode you did when you were doing one of the Papa Pope speeches, and you ended that one in, and boy, bye. And then, he storms out of the room. Hilarious. When I cried. I watched that video over and over and over and over and over. He turned his brand of funny, his sarcastic church brand of funny, into a business, and I cannot be mad at that hustle. Kevonstage, MrsKevonstage, how you guys got together, and from time to time, how she's like, you're not gonna leave me for, you're not gonna, you get famous and big famous, you're not gonna leave me behind, now that you make it big, you're not gonna do all that. And I just love that. I love you guys' transparency, and I love how you have a desire to minister to younger couples, because I'm 44 years old. You guys are younger, but for some reason there's been some sort of a disconnect with how people see godly marriage. And I love the efforts that you guys have put in order to help young couples and young men, respectively for Kevin, and women with MrsKevon on stage, to help them see how marriage is not as difficult as people have made it. It's not hard. The Bible was very clear on a lot of things, but the practicalities of and life application in the scriptures, that's where the disconnect, I guess, has happened. And you guys do very well in showing and teaching that it's not as difficult as it has to be, or it's not as difficult as we've made it, rather. And I really love you guys for doing that. Your humor, your openness, opening up your family to us as YouTube creators and viewers. Your beautiful sons, they're so cute and funny how they have each of your personalities. I just really enjoy you guys. So thank you so much to Kevonstage and Ms.